Dr. Ritesh Malik, who is at the front line, who has been in the front line throughout the pandemic. He is the founder of Innovative Co-working. He's a doctor turned entrepreneur, also runs Radix Healthcare. We're very grateful to have you take out this kind of time to help people out and answer their questions when there is a state of almost paranoia, frenzy. And of course, a lot of people are suffering, and we get to see that on a day to day basis with the number of claims coming in and the number of queries that come in on the COVID front. So the main agenda and the reason we decided to host this session is because of the number of employees who were inquiring about the second wave vaccinations, how to deal with a situation if you are affected. And what we can do basically is just kick off, take as many questions as we can, and I can get started unless you have something to add, Dr. Ritesh.
I'm totally good. My only before we start this, my only request to everyone would be as follows: that COVID as a disease it requires a sense of attention, uh, paranoia, but not panic. So my only submission is that be informed, know what works, what doesn't. At the same time, uh, ensure that you recognize the difference between risk and gamble. This is very interesting because we will be discussing about this because uh, gamble is something which you have a chance of 1 out of 100. Risk is you have a chance of say 20, you have a chance of 80 out of 100. So if once you understand epidemiology, it is all about risk and reward. Understanding the fact that what can take you into COVID, what can take you out of COVID, all the four phases: prevention, then detection, then management, and then what to do post COVID. We should discuss what is vaccination, why vaccination is important, what is happening in the world when people are who have gotten two vaccines are dying. And we should answer these questions because uh, false information can be very lethal, and the more we know about the virus, the better we will be equipped. Since 1947, there has been no time in the history of our country which has led to this level of human massacre. And together, by being informed, we will be able to have this disease past us, and look forward to this engagement and to ensure that I hope I'm able to add value to this conversation, and my only mission would be to make sure that all of you are safe, and even if you get COVID, you do not lead to moderate slash severe diseases.
Thanks for that, Dr. Ritesh. I think you've also been at the forefront, seeing everything that's happening on ground, and even through Twitter, which sort of just shared on the chat. It's like we have a voice of reason at a time like this, and it's important that people follow the right information so that there is not unnecessary panic, and we are
Yeah,
dealing with it in the most um, in the best way that we can, because it is an overwhelming situation after all.
yeah,
um,
yeah.
uh, Everyone can keep their questions coming in on chat. What we can also as per the Slido link that is shared, what we can also do is just begin with the most pertinent topic, which is vaccinations. I think one of the questions that has come in is that right now there is a shortage of supply in the country. There are a lot of people who've gotten the first dose and have not been able to get the second dose yet, or the timeline has changed. Now, if somebody gets COVID at this time after the first dose, uh, what is the benefit versus someone who's not vaccinated? Or can you say that only two doses makes this a complete prevention from death or severe
So Anisha, before commenting on this, I would just like to tell people with a very basic analogy on what is vaccination. Now, just imagine on the Siachen border, we have an Indian soldier, we have a Pakistani soldier. Now, the Indian soldier is wearing a helmet which has the India ka Tiranga, and we have a Pakistani soldier who has that green flag on his helmet. Now, the moment the Indian soldier sees the Pakistani soldier, the Indian soldier fires. The moment the Pakistani soldier sees the Indian soldier, he fires. So now in this case, the Pakistani soldier for us would be coronavirus, and the Indian soldier is our human body. Out of both of them, one needs to go. One needs to, when the Pakistani soldier dies, the body wins and we come out of it hale and hearty. But when the Indian soldier dies, the body loses and we die out of COVID. Now, what vaccination does is, vaccination is nothing but artificial immunity boosting. What vaccination does is, just imagine when you see a live Pakistani soldier, the Indian soldier tries to fire on him. But what we do with vaccination is, we take a dead Pakistani soldier and we make him wear the same clothes as a normal Pakistani soldier would wear. Now, without seeing whether this soldier is live or dead, the first reaction of the Indian soldier would be to actually fire and shoot on that at particular soldier of Pakistan. Now, this is what vaccination does. By means, जैसे हमारे technology में we have HTML, we have Java, we have Python, अलग-अलग platforms हैं. ऐसी vaccination में there are different platforms. We have a platform called mRNA. We have a platform called the inactivated virus. We have a platform which leads to production of things like Covishield. Now, mRNA virus is Pfizer and Moderna. Inactivated virus is Novavax and Covaxin. And the other ones with adenovirus technology is Covishield. Now, what happens is that if you get, so first of all, when it comes to Covishield, which is the largest produced vaccine in India, getting 2 shots between an interval of 8 to 12 weeks is ideal. But after 1 shot, this is very pertinent, even after 1 shot, you start getting immunity, and the chances of death decrease by 80 to 90% if you have also taken just 1 shot. So 1 shot is also very protective. The second part here is that the moment you get a shot, and post that if you get COVID, different governments take it differently. The French government says that after getting the first shot, if you get the second, if you get COVID, then you do not need the second shot. But in India, there have been very little clarity by ICMR on this. And what we are saying is that the moment you get COVID after the first shot, what you do is you wait for at least 35 to 45 days from turning negative, while the government is saying to wait for 6 months, because obviously there has been supply crunch. But the whole idea is getting vaccinated is the only long-term solution to have COVID past us. So what is happening right now is there are 2 things. One is, Charles Darwin in the theory of survival of the fittest is there. Now, the moment after the first wave it went down, what happened that the virus is huddled up, and they said, yeah, humans are getting immunity. What do we do? The virus is the first thing that a living organism wants to do is survive. So they started becoming more or mutant. They started undergoing a lot of mutations. They started becoming more lethal. And that is why the second in wave is heavily lethal. It is fulminating. And now what is happening is the more we increase our immunity, the more the virus will start mutating and will become lethal. Now, the only way for us is to overpower their mutation by vaccinating. Anyone who has any questions on vaccination. So a lot of people ask me that, no, there have been reports that after Covishield, people are getting blood clots. I always say the answer is yes, but it's 1 in a million. And those blood clots will not happen in a person like me or you. It will happen in people who are heavily comorbid and who have clotting histories, and that is also very that is so common, and it is so manageable. So my only request is, do not get yourself fed to social media, do not get yourself fed to jargon on various news channels, get vaccinated. You will repent not getting vaccinated because the third wave will come. It is impending upon us. And in this third wave, the virus will be so lethal that if you are not vaccinated, you will not be able to save yourself. Also, here I would like to mention that vaccination will not prove. It's not proof in terms. It's not a proof in terms of the fact that you cannot get COVID. Vaccination, post-vaccination, you can get COVID because the vaccine was built for COVID-19, which was the first wave. This is COVID-21, which is mutated. While after vaccination, the symptoms are heavily attenuated. But after vaccination, you still can get COVID. Chances of death go significantly low. So this is something which is extremely important. I got a question that whether lactating women should take vaccine. The answer is yes. The government has just announced. My wife is lactating, and I had given her the vaccine. She's doing absolutely fine because the whole idea is that, and even now for pregnant women, the government has issued that you can choose which vaccine you want to use.
Thanks for that, Dr. Ritesh. I think another question that has come in on this dose 1 versus dose 2 is that if you are not getting the second dose in that due time period, is there something else that you should be doing to make yourself more immune apart from the usual wearing of masks and taking care of washing your hands regularly, for example?
So again, I'm digressing from the topic, but the transmission science has changed. Earlier, COVID was a droplet infection. Now, what that means is when Anisha and Ritesh are talking, and they are maintaining just say 4 to 5 feet, I will be, when I speak, I will be throwing very minute droplets towards Anisha's face. Now, those droplets, when they hit you or your hands or your danger area, which is this area of the face, you have a chance of getting the virus inside your body. Now, this, and that is why we used to say that don't touch this, because now WHO has just stated that this is no longer a surface infection. This is no longer a droplet infection. This is an infection by aerosol. Now, what does aerosol mean? When I speak to Anisha, the air that I'm exhaling can have the COVID virus. And till 10.5 hours in a closed room, till 10.5 hours, then that virus can stay. Now, that is the reason we are recommending double masking, because if then Anisha enters that room where Ritesh was earlier speaking without a mask, she has a chance of getting the virus. So coming back to the whole idea of that, obviously you should do basic social distancing protocols. You should do whatever is mentioned, but the most important part of that is if you've got the first vaccine, you can wait up till 4 months. Try and get your second dose at least till 4 months, but you can wait till 4 months. There are chances that you will be able to get your second dose in those 4 months. If you are not, if by chance you are not, you should ensure that you do not come out of your home much. We are also requesting people to build something called the sanitary bubble around them. Their families should build sanitary bubbles where, for example, you order something from Swiggy or Zomato. Now, how do you deal with that situation? Someone is going to enter your sanitary bubble. So what you do is, the first thing is you maintain significant distance, wear a double mask, and tell the gentleman to leave the food at your at your step. Now, after that, have a large basket outside your home, which will be there, and take a plate and transfer the food right there on the plate. Now, dispose all the cutlery, whatever came in the Swiggies and Zomatos of the world, in that basket which is outside your home. Now, when you take this inside, you should understand that via food, because food is hot, chances of you getting COVID are extremely minute. So you should know that you should not let anyone disperse or break the bubble that you have created. Do not let, and this is at least for the next 3 months, do not let anyone outside it enter your homes. Do not go to marriages. And people who are doing even marriages, who were doing marriages in Udaipur and all, even a month from now, they were not doing marriages, they were committing crimes. I have seen a family coming to me with 42 COVID positive cases because they were all a part of a wedding. My request to all of you is, as humans, including me, we blame the government. We say that our honorable prime minister did not do enough. We say that our honorable health minister did not do enough. I agree, but the question is, did we do enough? Did I do enough? It is health is also a personal responsibility. When they were shouting that 6 gaj ki duri hai zaruri, yeah, 2 gaj ki duri hai zaruri, what were we doing? We were in Goa and Himalaya in beautiful resorts without masks. So my only submission is that, and pandemics come in waves. The last pandemic had 8 small and large waves, 8. Black Death in 1300s had 4 small and large waves. My submission is, and we will have, because pandemics actually, what this is like, this is like live wire. You cannot control this. You can only, and because the worst part of COVID is that its incubation period is 9 to 12 days. Now that means that agar Abhishek or Ritesh kahin pe mile or Ritesh ko COVID hai and Abhishek met me, it will take him 9 days to display his symptoms. Tab tak Abhishek has actually given the disease to many people in his family also. So my submission is that vaccinate yourself. If you're not able to get the second lot, till 4 months you can wait. Uske baad also you're not able to get it the second shot. What you do is the government will be coming out with more guidelines, because we have no idea on boosters. I don't think these vaccinations will last for more than a year when it comes to the antibodies. We would actually, in an ideal world, we would actually need more and more booster doses for us to be safe from this virus. And this will become a normal routine. What is happening with flu shots, what is happening with influenza H1N1. So the whole idea is that we need to be safe, we need to protect. And one thing which I would like to add again out of context is, the moment you have symptoms, the first thing that you do is not take medicine. The first thing that you do is not go for testing. The first thing that you do is isolate yourself. People are not doing that. And unless is what they do is they wait for an RT-PCR, which usually nowadays is taking 4 to 5 days. Until that point in time, they give the virus to everyone in the family. And again, because it is an incubation disease of 9 to 12 days, they start displaying symptoms very late. So families together are going through the crisis. So the best thing that you can do is isolate. People don't know the symptoms. People think that at body pain, which is myalgia, sukhi khasi, which is dry cough, and bukhar, which is fever. Only these 3 symptoms are there. In the second wave of all the 2 and 3 mutations that we have seen, 3 significant symptoms are there, which were earlier less common. They are diarrhea, loss of smell and taste, and sore throat. If you are having even any one of these 6, until and unless proved otherwise, you have COVID. Presume that. Don't panic. Presume that. Get yourself isolated and think about testing. Manage symptomatically. Out of 100 patients, 89 patients go through extremely mild / moderate disease. Out of those 11, only 1 or 1.5 if people die. And you should not panic that you will die, because heavily comorbids, people who are not vaccinated, people who have chronic renal failure, people who have chronic liver diseases, only these people are dying. If you see the majority, there are cases which are blown out of proportion where 27-year-old children / young adults have passed away, but they're extremely minute. So that do not get panicked that nahi yaar. So now what is happening is, and what we have done at our hospital is, we have stopped all the news channels. हम एक तो वैसे ही कोविड है, ऊपर से आज तक वाले ऐसा तंग कर देते हैं, मतलब इतना परेशान कर देते हैं, तो कोविड वाले को लगता है कि यार अगला निगमबोध घाट पे मेरे ही चिता जलने वाली है. That is not there. COVID is a very manageable disease. The only thing that you need to do is act fast, Don't wait for the results. We have started a new movement called the code. The code means consult, observe, detect, and early medication. So what you do is you talk to your doctors. You should know, a lot of people, and also in India, no, as a culture, we always have कि यार मुझे तो कोविड हो ही नहीं सकता, मैं तो किसी से मिला ही नहीं था, मुझे कहाँ से हो जाएगा कोविड, ये तो बुखार है, ये तो एक्चुअली ये क्या हो रहा है कि वो वेदर चेंज है ना, इसकी वजह से हो रहा है. जैसी आरटीपीसीआर पॉजिटिव आता है, पहले तो उस टेस्ट को क्या, ये फॉल्स पॉजिटिव हो, ये तो हो ही नहीं सकता, मुझे कहाँ से कोविड हो जाएगा. पीपल आर लिविंग इन इन कुछ लोग तो बिल्कुल पैरानॉइड हैं, और कुछ लोग इतने ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट हैं कि पता नहीं कोविड तो मेरे को हो ही नहीं सकता, एंड दीज आर द वंस हु डाई. So be paranoid to the extent that when COVID comes, attacks you, fight it out, be mentally prepared, and do certain things which we should actually discuss. I don't want to take so much of time on just, but the whole idea is be mindful, don't worry about it, don't panic, and don't see media, don't go to social media also for a while, and reflect, read books, watch good watch good series. And this is a very good time. I've gone through the COVID entire 14-day cycle, and it's daunting. Take help of antidepressants if you like. Take help of anti-anxiety. Take help of melatonin. I used to take a melatonin every night because I used to feel depressed at night. So your mental COVID is more of mental challenges than of actually physical challenges.
Thanks for that, Dr. Ritesh. That was really enlightening. We actually have a very upvoted question, and some of what you said answered it, but I'm going to put it across anyway. Almost 35 people wanted to know the answer here. So, will the existing Covishield and Covaxin work if a new variant of the virus is developed? So, would you encourage this?
So, see, when it comes to working, all the vaccines have failed. When it comes to working, the purpose of a vaccine is to ensure that there is no symptom when a foreign object against which it was vaccinated hits. So when it comes to this, all vaccines have failed. But this I can guarantee, whatever lethal mutation the virus takes, these vaccines will be very protective for death. At the same time, we are seeing, so for example, in the second wave today, Indian Medical Association, IMA, which is the largest professional body in the world, announced that 244 doctors passed away in the second COVID wave. Presumably, almost all of them would have got at least their first shot. Now, after that, also 244 people passed away. Now, if you go to their histories, almost all of them had significant comorbidities. So what vaccine does is, if you were supposed to get a severe disease, you will get a moderate disease after vaccine. If you were going to get a moderate disease before vaccine, you will get a mild disease. And if you were going to get a mild disease, you will get an asymptomatic disease. And if you were going to die, you will get a severe disease. And if you die because of COVID, chances of death after being fully inoculated are extremely rare. So I would urge everyone, whoever, and also it is a mistake on our part. When the government had opened the vaccines on day one, you will be amazed no one went. हमारे देश में ना कि नहीं यार पहले उसका देख लेते हैं, उसका हुआ वो ठीक है, मतलब you'll be amazed. And we're in a hospital, we are vaccinated at mass scale. People used to call us, अच्छा वो उसका हो गया था, वो उसका क्या मतलब, क्या सिम्टम क्या हैं उसके. मैंने कहा यार just come and get vaccinated. Don't think these symptoms are nothing in front of what COVID does to you. So get vaccinated. So as India, no, we are a herd mentality, and this is also in our entrepreneurial ecosystem. जैसे वो एक बेल्स कर्व नहीं होता जिसमें इनोवेटर्स बहुत कम होते हैं, फिर फॉलोअर्स आते हैं, फिर वो आते हैं. हमारे देश में अब ना वो फॉलोअर की कंडीशन हमारे देश में, डू यू नो द डे यू विल बी अमेज्ड, वी वर अमेज्ड, खाली हमारा पूरा हॉस्पिटल को हमने पूरे 3 फ्लोर वैक्सीनेशन सेंटर बनाया, एंड वी वर अमेज्ड, खाली चलता था. एंड The day Modi ji got vaccinated, ekdam bhar gaye. And now then, and people started asking, calling us and asking, yaar, aap Covishield लगा रहे हो या कोवैक्सीन लगा रहे हो? मैंने कहा हम तो कोविशील्ड लगा रहे हैं. यार ये तो मसला हो गया. मैंने कहा क्यों? ये तो मोदी जी ने तो कोवैक्सीन लगाई, आप बेवकूफ हो. तो मैंने कहा यार जो मिल रहा है, get yourself vaccinated. I personally know, apart from jokes, I personally know 4 people who I had begged to get vaccinated who are no longer there on this planet. So getting vaccinated is the only long-term solution. And why I'm pestering on this is because a lot of people have so many. And there is no one who's more scared of needles than I am. I'll be honest with you. I have myself delayed my vaccination, at least my second dose. And actually my dad, my wife, my both my parents actually caught hold of me and got me inoculated. But vaccination is the only solution. And don't worry about side effects. These side effects last only for 48 hours maximum. 1 in 1 lakh see side effects which last for a week. The only thing that you need to be cautious is that at vaccination centers, you should be very cautious when you go to get your vaccines. We are seeing a lot of people who go to get vaccines and they get COVID from there. Because it is an aerosol infection, because you are going to a healthcare facility, there are chances that you might contract the virus. But the solution there is wear triple mask, wear a face shield, take 2 sets of these, dispose them one at the side, ensure you have double gloves, and then the chances of you getting the virus are extremely minute.
If someone has just recovered from COVID, how long should they wait till they take the first dose?
35 to 45 days from turning negative. The government says 6 months, but that is because of the supply crunch, in my opinion. This is a closed group. I can share my honest. What we are recommending is not more than 45 days from turning negative.
Got it. Very helpful. We have a lot of inquiries on that because we did have a lot of people who have tested positive, and now that
Yeah.
the vaccinations are available, that's important to know. There are there's also a lot of word going around about black fungus. Could you maybe illuminate and share more on that front, what it is?
So this is Anisha. I'll tell you. हमारे ना. So when you are there, where you are sitting right now, where I'm sitting right now, to our naked eyes, we cannot see microorganisms, but there's a very high chance that you have a mucormycosis, fungus right there on your window. There's a very high chance, and so is there for me also. There's a very high chance that we will be having a lot of toxic viruses and bacteria and fungi around us. The thing is, our immunity for people of our age group is significant. तो म्यूकर आता है, हम लोग 2 मिनट में उसको है ना, हमारी पास इम्यूनिटी होती है, हम लोग 2 मिनट में शूट करके उसको मार के बाहर निकाल देते हैं. But in COVID, what happens is, now give me like just 1 minute to tell you the entire science behind this. What happens is, in COVID, what basically, if a treatment works, the entire country focuses on that, and irrespective of any symptom, they start on that treatment. This is the worst thing that is happening, and this is the mistake of doctors, including me. What we do is, we saw that nahi yaar, steroids work. We started giving steroids to every Tom, Dick, and Harry who had COVID. Now, what happens is, steroids are very highly prescribed and very highly specialized drugs which have their own side effects. Now, how steroids work is as follows. The moment the virus goes in your body, we have 1 week of proliferative phase, 1 week of consolidation phase. First 7 days, if you give steroids, how steroids work is, steroids decrease our immunity so that, before that, I would just like to mention this. Please bear with me because this is slightly technical. The moment the virus goes in your lungs, our body increases certain markers like IL-6, like CRP, like ferritin. These are markers which indicate inflammation. because our body tries to increase our immunity to fight with the virus. Now, both the virus and our immunity are fighting. The thing is, after 7 days, the virus goes down. But our immunity, the T half of our immunity, which is a chemical term, the time our immunity takes to cut short to its half of titer level is so high that remains for another 7 days. While now virus is not there, our immunity becomes the toxic part which attacks our lungs. So that is why we give steroids to decrease our immunity, so that at once the virus weans off, our immunity, it does not kill the lungs and create more consolidation. The challenge is people know that we should take steroids, but they do not know we should not take for the first 7 days. We should take only on the 7th day after the virus replication phase goes down. Second, because steroids decrease our body immunity, and for fever, and that is the reason fever does not occur because of the virus, it occurs because of our immunity. High CRP levels, high ferritin levels, high inflammatory reactions in our body lead to the fever. Now, when pyrosis occurs, when fever occurs, steroids go and they decrease this, so fever also comes down. That being said, because steroids decrease our immunity, these are also the immunities which are required to fight things like mucor. So for 3 kinds of patients, and mucor को क्या चाहिए? Mucor को 3 चीजें टेस्टी लगती हैं. उसको ग्लूकोज अच्छा लगता है. स्टेरॉइड्स देते ही डायबिटिक आदमी का ग्लूकोज ऐसे शूट करता है, ठीक है, तो उसको ग्लूकोज पसंद है, उसको फेरिटिन खाना पसंद है क्योंकि कोविड में, और उसको एक जो सबसे ज्यादा पसंद है, उसको आपकी डिक्रीज्ड इम्यूनिटी पसंद है. उसकी वजह से म्यूकर is the worst thing, and uska prognosis is 50% of people who have got mucormycosis have passed away. People who are on significant oxygen, people who are on ventilatory oxygen, people who are diabetic and who are on heavy steroids, the chances of them getting mucormycosis is very high. Because so this is called black fungus. It usually starts from your nasal areas and goes and इनके symptoms कैसे हैं? And heavy pain, excruciating pain, ये ENT symptoms आएंगे. Face symptoms होते हैं, swelling in beneath your eyeballs, nose में है ना एकदम से constricting feeling आना. These are symptoms of mucormycosis. And what we are now requesting doctors is any patient who is diabetic, who has been on high oxygen and who has taken a lot of steroids, all these patients should be shown to an ENT so that they should be doing their test and we should see kahin pe fungal infection to nahi hai. But if we catch the infection early, the chances of survival after deprivation surgery and after giving something called amphotericin B are very, very high. So it is all about early detection.
Got it. Really, that was really helpful. Is there? I mean, there are a lot of deaths that have happened in the second wave, and a lot of people are also curious to understand whether why there are so many deaths. Is it directly because of the virus and how it's mutated, or is it also the infrastructure? What is your opinion, and what does data say? We'd like to hear.
In my opinion, and this is a closed group, I can share my candid thoughts. मेरे हिसाब से 1 million cases per day हमारे देश में हुए थे उस टाइम पे, अभी भी उसी के आसपास हो रहे होंगे. And in terms of deaths, I think 4,000 जो दिखाते हैं, I think उसमें से 12 से 15,000 deaths per day हो रही हैं हमारे देश में. Death percentage is almost the same as the first one. On September 16th, 2020, we saw the peak of the first virus, which was 98,346 cases. The peak this time was almost touching 4.25 lakh cases. So one, obviously the number of cases have increased, Now, this time, deaths have not increased per se in terms of percentage, but this time the इतना ज्यादा ट्विटर पे ये हंगामा और ये इसलिए है because this time early deaths are happening. People below the age of 45. See, whenever early deaths happen, no, there is a panic in the world. The moment if a 90-year-old passes, no, obviously we feel very sad, but we are also contented that chalo yaar, theek hai. But when a 27-year-old boy passes, when his grandparents are also alive, that creates a massive panic. And that is happening. And the reason behind that is 45 and above have been vaccinated, because of which they have got their immunities and the ones who are below 45, they are not vaccinated, because of which their immunity is not there, because of which they are succumbing. 66% of all cases in second wave are below the age of 45. 66%, which is very high. So and in the third wave, we will see 89 to 90% cases below the age of 32, because again there has been no vaccine. The only way is vaccination. So it is not the percentage death, but this time each death, and also as our country is, पहली बार ना अमीर आदमी भी मर रहा है, गरीब भी मर रहा है. पहले सिर्फ गरीब मरता था. Pardon, I'm just getting very philosophical. पहले सिर्फ गरीब मरता था, तो ना ट्विटर पे इतना हंगामा नहीं होता था. इस बारी अमीर भी मर रहा है ना, तो people are, for the first time, money has no value. For the first time, it doesn't matter whether you have a lot of money with you, you are influential or not. In Delhi, I can vouch. What happened. At peak, we had 130 cases in wait list. जब लोगों का नाम आता था, वो तब तक उनका है ना चौथा हुए भी टाइम हो जाता. So people have passed away on the streets because infrastructure तो है ही नहीं, obviously. Oxygen, I've been very vocal about it in the Indian media as well. Oxygen is our basic right, and all these deaths could have been saved, a lot of them, by giving the right treatment, and again focusing on the fact that insurance. This is very, very, very important here. The largest cause of personal bankruptcy in the country is healthcare. And the problem is healthcare is expensive. Healthcare, actually, infrastructure is very expensive. Government does not have the bandwidth nor the capital. In under 2% of GDP, you cannot make healthcare infrastructure for a country that has 137 crore Aadhaar cards. So what do is you rely on private healthcare, and private healthcare for a country where 91% earn less than 8,500 rupees a month is not affordable. It is not affordable. And that is why the only way to get out of this is mass micro insurance. We need to be prepared, and COVID is just one unprecedented crisis. We will see many more coming in the future, and because now the world will be not moving towards nuclear weapons but biological weapons. We will see, and this is what I personally believe. As a country, the only way for us is to ensure we do mass insurance. Whether corporates do it, whether individuals do it, leverage tech, do mass insurance. And the moment you do mass insurance, what happens is private organizations get more capital, and then they also spend a lot of capital. मैं आपको एक interesting example बताता हूँ. हमारे East Delhi में over 50 hospitals have been closed in the past 10 years because there is a massive healthcare infrastructure में इतना gap है, you can't even imagine. So I feel that we should take a message out of this. We should do mass insurance, and corporates today who are sitting on very, very healthy P&L statements should take responsibilities and get their employees covered. This is a message. This is not about. This is not that a lot of companies are saying that no, we have got our employees, our partners covered. That is very good, but that is not something that is extraordinary. This is your responsibility. Every company should take a pledge and cover health, for at least basic health for their employees, because we have seen in COVID, we will see 8 to 9% people falling out of the middle class bracket to the very poor bracket in India because of healthcare.
Agree with you, Dr. Ritesh. Do you also, since you spoke about the third wave, There has been news about third waves affecting kids. Do you There are a lot of concerned parents who have asked if there are certain precautionary measures they should be taking. Do you have any information that you can share with them?
So my daughter is of 5 months. She got COVID last month, and a couple of things. One, uh, your children are as protected as you are. If you do not get vaccinated and you get the virus home, your children will get. Your children, while schools were opening, we saw a lot of pediatric COVID cases because of that. Even if schools open, until your children are fully inoculated, don't send them to school. This is a very unpopular opinion, but जाने तो जहान है. बच्चों को हो गया, और the third wave we will see, unfortunately, massive massacre when it comes to children, because the virus will now further mutate and will go towards people who have not been vaccinated. So my request to all of you is, contain your children, create a very healthy environment for them, focus on their mental health, talk to them, spend time with them. This year is not about education. This year is not about, it's about surviving. So take care of them. Don't let them because children. So the challenge is, I was speaking to a school principal, and she asked me that no, we have to open because we'll give mask to students. मैंने कहा यार, मास्क मैं तो लगाता नहीं, मैं तो डॉक्टर हूँ, बच्चे कहाँ लगाएंगे मास्क? बच्चे थोड़ी ना मास्क लगाते हैं, बच्चे तो मैं उनके स्कूल गया मास्क लगा के, वो 3 बच्चे कुश्ती लड़ रहे हैं, कोई किसी को मुक्का मार रहा है, सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग कहाँ से आप मेंटेन करेंगे? So you cannot. So I think this time is all about ensuring that we save, we isolate, we create sanitary bubbles around our families, we get ourselves vaccinated, so that the weaker people in our the weaker people by immunity in our families are protected, both up and down, both our parents and our children. I've seen the panic as a parent. जब मेरे 5 महीने की बेटी को कोविड हुआ, तो it's a very daunting experience, because it's very, very difficult. So I know, I've been there. So my request is, and the mistake is again with me, because she did not go out. It was me who was in ICU. It was me who was carrying the virus. So again, and I have to do it because of my job. You guys don't have to do it. So try not to be heroic about it and be out there. But the good part here, Anisha, is that there are trials going on. There are significant trials going on for children, and hopefully within the next 2 to 3 months, we should have something for the children.
Sure. A lot of the questions that you're answering now and a lot of context that you're setting is answering multiple questions that have come in. So I think this is a very, very productive session for different kind of questions and perspectives that are coming in. So again, thank you for sharing that. I do have one actually pretty popular upvoted question as what are your thoughts on foregoing the mask, especially the way they've said it in the US? Because if you have vaccines like Pfizer, Sputnik coming to India, are these similar rules that you would see, or are you a propagator of keep that mask on?
So honestly, once you are fully vaccinated, so also we should know, mRNA vaccines have slightly better efficacy than the vaccines in India. mRNA vaccines, the challenge with them is that we don't have the infrastructure for the cold storage of -2 to -8 degrees. In a country like India, maintaining -8 degrees is cold storage infra is very difficult. So because of that, and they are very confident, and also in the US, it has been seen that people who have been fully vaccinated with Pfizer/Moderna, they have seen that chances of getting even positive are extremely low. While in India, we have seen that people after getting vaccinations are still getting positive after contact with the virus. So typically, I am not a very big propagator, at least for India. In my opinion, until we develop the herd immunity, which is 103 crore people in India, the moment we inoculate 103 crore people in India, we will have herd immunity, and then we can think about the mask. But at least we are nowhere closer to that. Like we are way far, and that's not because we are still one of the largest vaccinators of the world. But still, अभी तक हमने 2% आबादी को भी fully vaccinate नहीं किया. So that is, I think, the burden on our population. 137 करोड़ तो आधार कार्ड है, मेरे हिसाब से 20-25 करोड़ बिना आधार कार्ड के घूम रहे हैं देश में. तो क्या कर सकते हैं? We need to vaccinate, and in my opinion, the government did a very shitty job taking this for granted. They should not have waited. I think this blood is on their hands.
Do you also think, again, because there are a lot of dependents of the employees who are covered, who have suffered from COVID, are there any noted side effects of remdesivir that everyone should be wary about? Can you share more on that?
So remdesivir as a drug, we should understand what it does. It is basically an antiviral drug given emergency approval. So in COVID, this is very interesting. In COVID, there is not even a single drug that is available. No single drug has been given approvals in COVID. All vaccines, all drugs are emergency approvals. There's only one drug in COVID which works, that is oxygen. And बाकी सब emergency approvals हैं. Remdesivir is an antiviral drug, not indicated for giving at home, not indicated in majority of the cases, only and only indicated it in first 10 days. And side effects, we do not give remdesivir to pregnant women, chronic liver cases and all, but as such, very limited side effects. And when it comes to a severe case, we sooner than later start remdesivir. We keep on monitoring investigations like IL-6, D-dimer, etc. Then think about anticoagulants like Taxane, also tocilizumab for controlling the IL-6 count. So these are IV treatments. Overall, these are done at a hospital facility, and we recommend not to self-medicate on remdesivir. A lot of people take remdesivir unnecessarily. कि नहीं यार, COVID हो गया तो बचने के लिए. So मतलब everything has an indication. Don't take unnecessary medication. The best doctors are the ones who give you minimum medicines and get you out of the disease. Because every medicine, even a vitamin pill, has its own side effects. People ask me, should we take Limsi, the vitamin C ki chewable tablet hai? I say it's good, but you cannot say that it has no side effects. It is better to have half an amla than to have a Limsi. So this is my opinion about it.
And since you also now talk about natural foods substituted for a medicine, can you maybe tell us more about what are the foods that one should be, or what is the diets that one should be following after COVID, or to speed up their recovery? One, actually during COVID, and second, right post-COVID.
So generally, health is the last priority that all of us have. So as such, now this should be the time where we should take health as a priority for ourselves. The only thing that matters in this universe is time, and the only thing which elongates time is our health. अगर मैं ही नहीं हूँ तो प्लम कौन है, अभिषेक कौन है, सौरभ कौन है? Yeah, मतलब, and this is very interesting, Anisha. I've seen, unfortunately, a lot of people die of COVID, and I realized that people have a very short memory. जो चल बसता है वो चल बसता है. उसको obviously परिवार वाले याद करते हैं, but the society is, nature is ruthless. It doesn't matter you are a good human or a bad human. You have to follow rules of nature, and these rules state that you do early action. You try and safeguard yourself. When it comes to health, people who have good immunity fight COVID much better. So don't only do it obviously because of COVID, but as such, let us take a pledge to be healthy. let us take health for a change as an important subject in our households. So when it comes to health during COVID, one word is there, and that is hydration. Our liquids will be your best friend. So hydrate yourself. Have things like lemon juice, citrus juice, kadha, haldi ka doodh. Have things like coconut water. It has a lot of potassium. Have things like anar ka juice, mosami ka juice. When it comes to diet, go more for high proteinous diet. Go more for raw. But basically, चार चीजें चाहिए: zinc, vitamin A, vitamin E, and vitamin C. Amla, Chawanprash. So as such, these should be a part of your ritual. There has been no clinical trial done whether these are effective or not, but in my opinion, as such, they add immunity and should be consumed.
Got it. Thanks for that. There are also, actually going back to that vaccination topic, there are a few questions here on the chat box and few pre-recorded ones which are indicating ki, I have wheezing or I have a dry cough. I have just recovered from COVID. Should I still get vaccinated?
Yeah. Matlab, just test yourself. If you are COVID positive, then obviously don't. But wheezing and dry cough, as long as you're not COVID positive, are not. And until and unless you have a very specialized heart condition, कि आपका heart transplant हुआ हुआ है या कोई organ transplant है, वो भी आप अपने डॉक्टर से पूछ के ले सकते हो vaccine. Any and everyone can take a vaccine. So a lot of people ask me कि मैं तो diabetic हूँ. मैंने कहा सबसे पहले लाइन में आपको खड़ा होना चाहिए अगर आप diabetic हो. क्योंकि COVID हो गया तो नहीं बचोगे. तो मतलब don't take a chance. If you are diabetic, if you are comorbid, you have hypertension, you have an ischemic heart history, you have chronic renal failure, chronic liver failure, you should be actually, if the flag bearers of vaccination, stand on the front line and get yourself jacked up.
Got it. And again, few questions about waiting for Pfizer and Sputnik to come in versus and staying in while Covishield and Covaxin.
Nah, this is I'm telling you, Anisha, people, I have lost people because of this. And a very dear friend of mine, he's a huge industrialist, listed company, everything. And he's no more with us because he waited for Pfizer. Don't wait. Get whatever is available in our country. As a country, we take a lot of time in approving things. हमारे देश में आपको एक बात बताऊं, and this is a closed group again, I'll be very honest with you. अटल रोहतांग टनल जो मनाली में थी ना, वो इंदिरा गांधी की सोच थी. 1979 में उन्होंने सोचा था कि हम बनाएंगे. संसद में रखा था 1980 में. 2020 में बना. हमारा देश स्लो है. We are not a very developing nation. We have so many pressing issues. Don't wait for a Pfizer. Don't wait for a Sputnik to come. Sputnik आ गई है, but you're getting a Covaxin, get Covaxin. You're getting a Covishield, get Covishield. At least get yourself inoculated. And the good part is you can change the vaccine after say an year. There will be studies around it, but don't wait. It is better to have something than to have nothing fighting it out. And again, this is the rule of nature. If you have an ailment, ये बहुत बेसिक सी चीज है. मतलब अगर आपको डायबिटीज है और आप इंसुलिन नहीं ले रहे और आप वेट कर रहे हो कि नहीं यार बेहतर इंसुलिन लूंगा जब आएगा, तो मर जाओगे आप. You will enter into ketosis and you will not survive. Nature is ruthless. It does not see whether Ritesh is a nice person, Abhishek is a nice person. Nature is ruthless. It will not see anything. Science will triumph everything. By the end of the day, there were so many people who had gone to temples there were so many people who had gone to the Kumbh for praying. 63 lakh people had gone to Kumbh for praying. There was an estimate where out of them 27 lakh people got positive. Doesn't matter आप पूजा करने गए हो या नहीं गए हो, you have violated the law of nature that 6 feet की दूरी है जरूरी. You didn't wear masks. You will die. I'm sorry, I'll be very blunt with that. You will die. And in my opinion, and it's only for a month or two. If we pass this and if we are alive during this phase, we will be able to, because it is just a panic right now. We will see the more and more number of people we vaccinate, and every century we have a उससे पहले Spanish flu आया था. We have one pandemic which comes, which teaches us a lesson. And this pandemic may, even for entrepreneurs, there's a lot of, in business, there's a lot of circulation of wealth. There's a lot of circulation of information. There's a lot of opportunity circulation. So uh, also during this, mental health is a very important topic. I think when Plum is doing such a great job when it comes to insurance tech, we should talk more about mental health. Challenges which are happening in आजकल है ना, वो एक हिंदी का गाना था, जरा सी आहट होती है तो दिल रोता है, कहीं ये वो तो नहीं. तो जैसी खांसी होती है एकदम से, अभी my wife just got some cough. कहती रितेश हो गया यार, ये तो बहुत तकलीफ हो गई. मैंने कहा what happened? कहती कोविड. मैंने कहा कैसे पता? कहती खांसी हुई. मैंने कहा तुम पागल हो गई हो, कोई कोविड नहीं हुआ. The idea is that every little symptom is creating panic. Obviously we should be attentive, but at the same time, let's get our mental health also back on track.
Yeah, I think I agree when you say that COVID is as much of a mental fight as much as going through the disease itself. So it is a very strenuous time for everyone and their families when they're suffering. I do you then think that vaccination is the way forward in terms of how things are going to, how this pandemic will turn out? We don't know about the third wave and after, but do you think the best solution right now is just get vaccinated?
Only and only that is the only solution. There's no other solution in front of us. We cannot afford to get COVID. The only solution is vaccination. We need to develop our herd immunity, and vaccination is complete vaccination, where everyone, and the day our societies start getting vaccinated, we will have this. See, America so proudly now has launched this campaign of taking off the masks if you are inoculated. See, this is something which takes a lot of this is a very bold step, and this is something that, and the day we have 70% of our cities vaccinated, you will see we will develop significant herd immunity.
And that's what you see as herd immunity in action, right? Like the case of America is herd immunity in action. And that's interesting to know. There have been questions about that as well, which I didn't pick up, but this is definitely just taking in from your inputs. I think we're closing to the end of the session. We just have 2 or 3 minutes to go. Instead of taking more questions, I did want to ask you and open the floor and ask you also if you have anything to add, anything to share that people should keep in mind. And Saurabh, Abhishek, too, feel free to join in if you'd like to chime in to everyone who is on this call to know more about how to beat COVID.
So, in my opinion, my only point here would be that uh, become COVID doctors, learn the disease, know what to do when. There is a scientific indication for everything. Believe in science, and that does not mean that you don't believe in God. I believe in God, but I believe that I believe in God because I believe in science. The only way forward to get COVID out of our lives is scientifically, and do not believe our leaders, do not believe our media. One of our leaders just said that drinking urine of cow will protect us from getting COVID. Uh, they should be bashed publicly. क्या बातें कर रहे हैं, मतलब पागल हो गया. मतलब we are a nation with such leaders. मतलब गौमूत्र, मतलब have you lost your mind? So please do not. And the problem with our nation is that while we think that people would not believe it, 91% of the population does believe it, and you'll be amazed. Yesterday, I was having a word with a friend of mine who runs one of the largest cow shelters, and his demand for Gaumutra has increased 20x just by her comment that Gaumutra pine se COVID nahi hota. Don't believe in science. Don't do these things. Get vaccinated. Don't drink urine of cow. It will not help you. It'll just make you gross. It will not help you. So believe in science. Get vaccinated. Get vaccinated. Don't wait. Get yourself, get your family members, get your near and dear ones, gift them a vaccine. Fight it out. Covid पे कहीं से भी. But Kushagra का message आया, Gaumutra has been scientifically proven to increase immunity. Good for you, Kushagra. You should have Gaumutra then, but it will not help you from COVID. Immunity बढ़ सकती है Kushagra, लेकिन COVID नहीं बचाएगा. COVID नहीं बचाएगा. I can vouch that as a doctor, and it is also an insult to me as a doctor. कि मतलब अगर गौमूत्र कोविड बचा रहा है, आप वैक्सीन नहीं लगाओगे तो आप चाहे गौमूत्र पियो चाहे आप एलिफेंट का यूरिन पियो. So my request is get vaccinated, believe in science, and together we'll get past this.
No, absolutely. I just want to add one comment and thank you so much, Dr. Ritesh, for sharing this and sort of busting a lot of myths which people had around vaccinations as well. There was a report which came out which said 30% of the COVID deaths in Karnataka happened to where there was no comorbidity. And I thought this was quite misleading from the press to put this out, that 30% of young people are dying with no comorbidities. But I think this, as a country, we are living with a high burden of undiagnosed illness. We are overconfident as young people that we don't have hypertensions or we don't have diseases, but that is not true. And I think you also stressed upon that COVID is attacking people with comorbidities, but it's just that we don't know we have comorbidities.
And also, sort to add there, a lot of early deaths that are happening because people don't get hospitalized at the right time. I have seen, and people are very overconfident. They're not talking to their doctors. They're again taking a lot of people I know started taking something which some Baba recommended, some Coronel or something. That's good for them. But जहाँ पे रेमडेसिविर का काम है ना, वहाँ पे कुछ नहीं काम आएगा. See, there is a scientifically proven molecule that will go and fight with the virus. There is an enzyme called RNA transcriptase, which leads to viral replication. These antivirals decrease the presence of RNA transcriptase, thus decreasing the load of viruses, thus shedding viruses. So there is a science behind it. जहाँ पे एलोपैथिक दवाई का काम है, वहाँ पे you should only take medicines, early action. And we are also requesting people that they should not wait for the RT-PCR. 32% of all RT-PCR tests in the second wave are false negatives. Don't break your isolation even if your RT-PCR comes negative and your symptoms continue. Gold standard is CT scan. Day 7 CT scan will tell you whether you have COVID or not. RAT or RT-PCR के false negatives are very high. Don't break your isolation. Because इसका जो खामियाजा है वो पूरी परिवार को भुगतना पड़ता है. हम तो यंग हैं, हम फिर भी बच सकते हैं. Older and younger generations will have challenges.
Hey, thank you so much, Dr. Ritesh. The session was very, very helpful. I think we have very good takeaways on first how this pandemic will overall end, which is vaccination is the only way forward for us. We don't have to fear. There's a lot of fear mongering that happens around vaccination. I think we just need to get away from that. And then how we have to prioritize health and how this pandemic is teaching us how to prioritize health. And it doesn't have to start once we have had COVID. I think it has to start right now. It's very helpful. I think the last point around mental wellness as well has been tremendously helpful. And I think we should, as a community, we should do more awareness about mental wellness. I think a lot of us do have those challenges, but we don't recognize those challenges. I think we need to first bring those up and then help people around with it. So very, very helpful session. Really appreciate you taking out time.
And everyone should get an insurance. That is the only way for a country to be out of a health crisis. Great. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Ritesh. Really appreciate it. Thank you everyone for joining in. I hope the session was helpful. Please do take out 30 seconds to give feedback. We just shared the feedback link here. We will share it again, but thank you so much everyone for joining in.
Tanisha.